Grand rising, grand arrival, grand return. Peace and blessings to the righteous and the repentant alike. I am Chief Sophia of the AMERIKAN Band of Indians, and this is our video on the Temple of Gemini, which is ruled by Hermes. Oh, I forgot to bring up my chart. Hermes or Gemini in the Titan pantheon was ruled by the Gorgons, Sethino and Uriel. Those are Medusa's sisters. And the Greek pantheon is Hermes. In the Roman pantheon is Mercury. In the Hindu pantheon is Vayu, which is the wind. And from the 12 tribes, this would be the tribe of Dan. The description is a messenger of the gods, protector of travelers. Iconography is always a winged hat and shoes. So moving very, very quickly. So like the other ones, we're going to go through the introduction. Wait, so if you're a Gemini, if you reside, have a lot of planets in the temple of Gemini, you need to go to the Wikipedia and read this whole article about Hermes. Hermes is your guy, okay? I can't stress this enough. I'm not reading the whole Wikipedia. We're just giving a intro level here. We're going to talk about the mythology, the background, and if there's anything in here about the Trojan War, we'll mention that. But I'm not going to read the whole article. So if you are you have planets in the Temple of Gemini, please go to the Wikipedia and read the article, okay? Can't stress that enough. So Hermes is an Olympian deity in the ancient Greek religion and mythology, considered the herald of the gods. He is also widely considered the protector of human heralds, travelers, thieves, merchants, and orators. He is able to move quickly and freely between the worlds of the mortal and the divine, aided by his winged sandals. Hermes plays the role of psychopomp or soul guide, a conductor of souls into the afterlife. So if you're a shaman or a shaman, this is probably one of your gods, all right? In myth, Hermes functions as the emissary messenger of the gods and is often presented as the son of Zeus and Maya, the Pleiad. He is regarded as a divine trickster, about which the Homeric hymn to Hermes often offers the most well-known account. Hermes is also known for being a funny god. Hermes' attributes and symbols include the Herma. What is a Herma? Hold on, we can't just ignore that. What the heck is a Herma? Oh, okay. So it's a square with the male genitals carved out, which is weird. The rooster, the tortoise, satchel or pouch, talaria, which are the winged sandals, and a winged helmet or simple petasos, as well as the palm tree, goat, the number 4, several kinds of fish, and incense. However, his main symbol is the caduceus, a winged staff intertwined with 2 snakes copulating, and carvings of the other gods. Roman mythology and the religion of many of Hermes' characteristics belong to Mercury, a name derived from the Latin merx, meaning merchandise, the original of the words merchant and commerce. Okay, so the word Hermes may come from Herma, meaning stone heap or heap of stones. Now remember, Herma was one of Job's daughters. So we also know what time it is. Etymology is unknown, of course. They don't know where it came from. And what's crazy is his nose is, on the statues, his nose is knocked out. Okay. He's a god of boundaries. In ancient Greece, Hermes was a phallic god of boundaries. His name in the form Herma was applied to a wayside marker pile of stones, and each traveler added a stone to the pile. In the 6th century BC, Hipparchus, the son of Pisistratus, placed the cairns that marked the midway point between each village deme in the central agora of Athens, with a square or rectangular pillar of stone or bronze topped by a bust of a bearded Hermes. An erect phallus rose from the base. In a more primitive Mount Kyllini or Cilian Hermes, they're called Hermes. The standing stone or wooden pillar was simply a carved phallus, right? So for whatever reason, this is now I wonder why they named her name was Herma. She was clearly dedicated to Hermes. Anyway, let's go to the mythology. These articles are so long. All right. According to the Homeric hymn to Hermes, Zeus, in the dead of night, secretly made love to Maia, who avoided the company of other gods in a cave of Selene. She became pregnant with Hermes. After giving birth to the baby, Maia wrapped him in blankets and went to sleep. The rapidly maturing infant Hermes crawled away to Thessaly, where, by nightfall of his first day, he stole some of his half-brother Apollo's cattle and invented the lyre from a tortoiseshell. Maia refused to believe Apollo when he claimed that Hermes was a thief, and Zeus then sided with Apollo. Finally, Apollo exchanged the cattle for the lyre, which became one of his identifying attributes. The Homeric hymn to Hermes invokes him as one of many shifts, blandly cunning, a robber, a cattle driver, a bringer of dreams, a watcher by night, a thief at the gates, one who was soon to show forth wonderful deeds among the deathless gods. The word polutropos, many shifts, turning many ways, many devices, ingenious, or by much wandering, or what do we say? He is the library card, is also used to describe his mortal descendant Odysseus in the first line of the Odyssey. According to the Chase lyre, Hermes was believed to have invented many types of racing and the sport of wrestling, and therefore a patron of athletes. Homer and Hesiod portrayed Hermes as the author of skilled and deceptive acts and also a benefactor of gods and mortals alike. In Works and Days, when Zeus ordered Hephaestus to create Pandora to disgrace humanity by punishing Prometheus' act of giving fire to man, every god gave her a gift, and Hermes' gift were crafty words and dubious character. Hermes was then instructed to take her as a wife to the Titan Epimetheus. With help of Artemis, Hermes rescued Ares from a brazen vessel where he had been imprisoned by Otis and Ephialtes. In the Iliad, Hermes is called the bringer of good luck, guide and guardian, excellent in all tricks. He is divine ally of the Greeks against the Trojan, but also protected Priam when he went into the Greek camp to retrieve the body of his son Hector and accompanied them back to Troy. In the Odyssey, Hermes helps the protagonist Odysseus by informing him about the fate of his companions, who were turned into animals by the power of Circe. Hermes instructed Odysseus to protect himself by chewing a magic herb. He also told Calypso of Zeus's order to free Odysseus from her island and to allow him to continue his journey back home. When Odysseus killed the suitors of his wife, Hermes led their soul to Hades. Aesop featured him in several of his fables as the ruler of the gate of prophetic dreams and as the gate of God, as the god of athletes, of edible roots, and of hospitality. He also said that Hermes assigned each person his share of intelligence. One of the most notable fables in which Hermes appears is the honest woodcutter. All right, I'm not going to read about it. Look, Lord. Okay, so they don't say what he does here in the Trojan War, so I'm not going to beleaguer this, but we see enough about him to know this is another one of all of the gods are like this, right? But this is another one of these gods where you don't take anything from this man, okay? You just don't take any, you just don't make deals where you are required to go by what he says, okay? This could probably also apply to Gemini people in period. You set the tone of what you're going to do, and you let them do what they're going to do. Okay? This is how you deal with, he's a trickster. So basically, if you let Hermes set the tone, he is going to set the tone to steal what he wants. And then he's going to give you back something that you wanted or that you love, like what he did with Apollo, from what he stole. But it's not going to negate the fact that he stole the thing. So this is not the kind of guy, again, none of these gods are playtime gods. Like, you don't play with these entities. When you make the vows to them, you make your vows very specific, and you let them stay in their place, and you do not allow them to impede on the temples of these other gods. Like, it's not necessary. Let them do their thing. They're very good at it, and leave it at that. When you start letting these entities run all over you and do whatever they want, then you have a lot of problems, which you do not want. Right? Maybe some of y'all want them. I don't want none of these problems, okay? Let me be clear. I don't want these problems. So I have no problem with interacting with this man on the level that I'm supposed to, but I'm not going to go overboard with it. And that's what I'm suggesting to you. So hopefully this was helpful. Shalom, peace, and blessings, and we'll see you in the next video.